Welcome to the School of Earth and Environmental Sciences. On behalf of all my colleagues, thank you for taking the time to visit us today. I know that this is an exciting time for you as you decide where you will go to university to continue your studies. And I hope that you will enjoy the various films that we have made to give you a flavour of what studying geological and geographic sciences at Cardiff may be like. My name is Jenny Pike and I am the Director of Learning and Teaching in the school, responsible for overseeing the development of all of our degree programmes. And today I'm going to give you an overview of these programmes. Nearly everything that you see and do is affected by geography and geology. The location of towns, industry, scenery, transport links, land use, natural disasters. Our subject covers really broad topics that have direct relevance for society. As just one example, let's think about water in the environment. The flow of water through the landscape is controlled by the underlying geology, the type of rock, the processes that take place deep below the surface of the earth that result in structures such as hills and mountains and valleys. It's also influenced by physical geographic processes in the environment, such as aridification or the action of glaciers. Humans change the natural flow pathways of water and storage by modifying banks, adding weirs, building canals and reservoirs, or by building structures on floodplains and in the coastal zone. We also exploit water as a resource, water that is stored beneath the Earth's surface, within the rocks, and also water that flows in rivers. As geologists and geographers, we are fundamental to developing our sustainable use of water as a resource, and we are central to understanding how this resource may change under different climatic conditions, and also to understanding the risks associated with water in the environment. For example, the morphology and stability of coastlines is related to the underlying geology and the physical geographic processes that modify it. These are directly relevant to many megacities with populations of over 10 million people that exist within 10 metres of mean sea level. Understanding the causes and consequences of the interactions between all of these natural processes and the human activities are firmly within the remit of earth science and geography programmes here at Cardiff. The flavour of a school is in part driven by the expertise of the lecturers and researchers who are part of that school. In Cardiff, our staff have a broad range of expertise in subjects such as how the Earth's interior worked, coastal processes and associated management, recent rapid global climate change, the formation of ore deposits and their extraction, evolution of the Earth's surface, freshwater and marine food webs, and the microbiology of the deep biosphere, and the aridification of the land surface, and much more. Because of this wide-ranging expertise, you will have the opportunity to tackle what have become known as wicked problems, problems that have multiple stakeholders with different agendas and which straddle organisational and disciplinary boundaries. You will develop a broad understanding of the many facets of some tricky topics. For example, let's consider society's desire to transition to a green economy and develop the technologies that we need to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and to live more sustainable lives. There are 32 million, give or take, cars in the UK alone. To convert all of those to electric cars would currently require more of the metal cobalt than we know about. Therefore, our transition to a sustainable future will almost certainly require the exploration for and social acceptance of the continued mining and extraction of critical metals. Cardiff researchers are at the heart of tackling such conundrums as these wicked problems. So what subjects do we expect you to have when you come to Cardiff to be able to study our degree programmes? Well, we expect you to have a strong background in at least one of the sciences, such as biology, chemistry, physics, geology, geography, or maths. There are also others that are acceptable. Our degrees involve quantitative and qualitative analytical methods and are evidence-based. I'm sure that you can imagine that there are other subjects such as English, economics, digital technology that would be useful. Mostly, we want you to have bags of enthusiasm for understanding the natural environment that we live in and to love being outside because the outdoors is our main laboratory. So if you were to come to Cardiff, who might you expect to see as your fellow students? Well, in 2020, our intake was approximately 200 students into Year 1. We expect this to grow slightly over the next 2 years because environmental sustainability science will have its first intake this year in 2021. But broadly speaking, we had about 45 students come in to do geology, 30 to do environmental geoscience, 10 exploration and resource geology, and approximately 45 environmental geographers, 30 marine geographers, and 35 physical geographers. Of that approximate 200, about 20 came in to do the 4-year integrated master's programme, the MSci. Our earth science programmes cross the spectrum of the discipline from geology, which includes subjects such as volcanic rocks, sedimentology, tectonics, past climate change, paleontology, to environmental geoscience, which considers subjects such as the geology of the Earth's surface, water resources, engineering geology, natural hazards, exploration geology, which specialises in the search for and extraction of mineral resources and energy,